penalty to Holly Hollenbach. Shot from the point. St. Martin blasts it through the pads.
St. Martin far circle, fires and scores. On the power play, it's Josie St. Martin with a first tally on the young season.
Nice. Feel those little extra steps in there, try to get rid of those. So try to get into a clean and very dynamically get out of it.
If you've ever watched a Stillwater girls hockey game, you've probably heard the name Josie St. Martin.
Josie St. Martin. St. Martin dangerously over the blue line.
On the power play, Josie St. Martin makes it 3-0 Stillwater.
She's electric. She's exciting. She's downright elite.
Down to the penalty box, and there's a goal!
And although she has the physical skills to dominate, it's her spirit and passion that makes her who she is.
I like to bring it all, and I like to win, and I like to have fun with my teammates, and I'll do anything to win. So I just think bringing that fiery energy can fire the team up and just make your teammates better too. So I just love bringing that energy.
Everything in life is about the W. That's what drives her.
But before she was racking up W's for the Ponies and Team USA, she was winning on a much smaller sheet of ice.
Josie was born competitive. It's nothing that we created, it's just who she is. I think Eric put her on skates at 2 or 3 years old, and really the rest is history.
So I loved hockey. We had a pond at home, and she's our only child, and got her out there on the pond, like Kelly said, when she was 2 or 3.
Starting young, check. Has the skills and drive to succeed, check. But what does St. Martin do to stay sharp? She goes here.
To empower and pour into people on and off the field, to just make them better on and off the field, to make them great, to speak life. And I think that is something that we really do well. We want to be the best at sports performance and rehab, but even more than that, we want to be the best at pouring into kids, pouring into our clients, and empowering them for greatness. Flexion yields more room for hip extension, but hip extension is everything. Let's go, Yos. Keep pushing, big, big. How much can you get out of every, there you go. How much can we get out of every step?
I think the thing that sets us apart is the relationships we build with our athletes. It's more than them just coming in for a workout. It's a relationship between us as the coach and them as the athlete. And I think we not only use our experience as athletes to help them through these processes, but also that relationship of, we're gonna ask them how their day was. Tell me what was the highlight of your day, what was the low light of your day? And then we'll dig into that low point. Ask them questions like, why do you feel like you're here? What are the things that we can do better? And through that, we try and coach them up from a mental aspect of, where can we get better?
Movement. I think that is something that we do really, really well, is these sport-specific movement patterns. And we don't just make our kids move, we really teach them how to move. We teach them the intricacies of how you're pushing into the ground contact time, ground reaction force, how we can build efficiency into movements, especially with a Josie who is skating so much.
St. Martin has quite the support system as she strives for greatness. She knows she couldn't achieve what she has without her family and her great teammates at Stillwater.
Everyone brought something different to the team, which is super cool. So Brooke Nelson and I have been playing with each other since U8s, U10, so we've always seen the ice pretty good with each other. Addie just brings this crazy fun energy onto the ice or wherever she goes, and Josie Lang sees the ice so well. She's such a smart hockey player, and obviously Lily's our goalie and just backing us up. So I would say everyone, even our other seniors too, just brought something that was so necessary onto the ice.
She's the hardest working person I know. She works for everything she has. All the way up to Team USA these past couple years, whether she's working out just in the gym or if she's on the ice shooting pucks, all the time. She's always working to be a better player, and I think that's something that I admire a lot about her.
She works so hard, she shoots pucks every day. She's just very determined to be like the best, and it's very inspiring. And I don't know, I feel like we just learn from each other. Like, we've just grown up together. It's like we're sisters.
One of my favorite things about her, and I tell her this all the time, is she can catch bad passes. Like, if I pass in her feet, she can catch it, and I really appreciate that. Whenever we're on the power play and we score a goal, like, I think we're just like, we're the first, like, we both look at each other and we're like screaming. It's like very intense, and like we're both just so hyped to score. And I think so any like connection like that when we score a big goal, like against Edina or like Minnetonka, I think that's one of my favorite memories.
Playing with them and learning from them and just getting the chance to play with them at Stillwater was so special, and obviously really grateful that I had that opportunity.
They say hard work pays off, and in St. Martin's case, her hard work turned to gold.
It means everything to me. It's something that I've always, a goal that I've always wanted to accomplish, and I think that it just, goes up to the college team and then the national team now. My goal has always been to make the Olympic team, and not only make the Olympic team, but win a gold medal one day.
The U.S. will stretch and could get some open lanes in front. Josie St. Martin gets the goal. Talk about scoring in bunches. It's now 3-1.
That's the ultimate goal. So I think getting this experience at the U18s was super helpful, and just putting on that jersey for the first time, you don't forget it. And not just for the first time, every time you put the jersey on, it's like you have to do whatever you can to represent the USA as best as you can. And I think that everyone just takes that upon themselves and plays to the best of their ability. But obviously it's, again, representing yourself, not only yourself, but your family and where you came from. So just thinking about where I've came from and who's helped me get there every time I am at a USA camp or putting on the USA jersey means a lot to me, and I'll always just remember that.
This was St. Martin's third time on the U18 women's national team, and she had the honor of wearing the A on her sweater in Switzerland. On top of that, she led the U.S. in scoring with 6 goals in their road to the gold.
In the corner or into a St. Martin post and in. Josie St. Martin from Stillwater, Minnesota gets a 5th goal for the United States. But Josie St. Martin scoring some goals, doing what she does best.
So when you look back at her accomplishments, the list is long. She reached 200 career points at Stillwater.
As St. Martin leaves it off to Finn, who fires in front of goal.
She earned the East Metro Girls Player of the Year award and was a finalist for Miss Hockey Minnesota. And now she has a gold medal for the United States. But to top it all off, she even has a day named in her honor.
January 18th, 2024. I wasn't expecting to get a day. I was just, expecting people to come out and congratulate me, and then he was like, January 18th, 2024 is Josie St. Martin Day, and my jaw just dropped to the ground, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Amazing indeed. It's no surprise the impact St. Martin has had on the area, and more importantly, the impact she's had on the young girls that will one day represent the red and black, and maybe even the red, white, and blue.
It's super great to have support for women's hockey and girls sports. You might have not been able to say that 5-10 years ago, but I think just the rate at which women's hockey and women's sports is growing is inspiring, and I want to be a part of that change.
Speaking of changes, St. Martin will have a big change next year as she moves to the Ohio State University to play hockey for the #1 program in the country. And even with all this success at such a young age, both her and her parents know there's still a lot of work to be done.
She works as hard as anyone I've ever been around. But she's a freshman next year, so she's not at the top of the mountain. She's climbing the top of the mountain next year.
St. Martin has etched her name in the history books for the Ponies, and although it's hard to make history in Stillwater sports, it will be very easy to remember the name Josie St. Martin.